Let's start with Graphite Schematics. Classified to two groups, the press version, which is used for the early game, and the multipress version, which is used on mid-game to end-game. Pro tip: for the case of simplicity, 4 mechanical drills with full coal are required for one graphite press to work, so small patches of coal will just require 1 to 2 graphite presses, just like this. Or this. But now let's actually head to the showcase. First is this simple 3-press design. It requires 1 conveyor belt full of coal. Next to these are the 6-press and 8-press designs. 6-press designs are useful for big patches of coal, where normal conveyors can't transport all of it in one go. 8-press designs, however, are the best in this section, as they can support 1 titanium belt full of coal. Then we have this humongous 12-press design, that requires 2 titanium belts full of coal. I don't recommend using this early game, because there are other designs that are more efficient to use. Next up is this core-based, 15-press design. This is best used for hex game modes, that use item core strats. Now we reach the multi-press designs, where graphite is processed in a much more efficient way. Starting off with this simple design. 1 watered air blast drill should be enough to feed this schematic. We also have this drill-based schematic, which, when placed in coal, automatically transforms it to graphite. Here's another schematic without unloaders. This is another core-based schematic, but better. Uses 30 coal per second. This is our first mass driver schematic, designed for graphite. Also built in with overdrive logic. Next, we have this 7 multipress schematic. It requires 1 plastonium belt full of coal. Here's another mass driver schematic, but it requires an external water source to work. Requires 60 graphite per second. Here's another one, but instead of having external water, it requires phase fabric for bridges to be built. This produces the most graphite per second in this showcase. Feel free to download this in your folder. Now we reach the schematics where, instead of actually sourcing the coal, the design produces it by itself, with the help of coal centrifuges. Here we have a small white sand to graphite schematic. It requires white sand for the oil extractors to work efficiently. Here's a bigger version. Next are the black sand schematics. Here's a 3 multipress version. Here's the better version. It's better to place black sand schematics because they work more efficiently. That's why black sand schematics appear smaller and more compact. Next, here's an oil-based schematic. If you happen to have an oil lake, and you're losing in graphite, you can use this. And if you want to produce graphite out of water, then use this. And if you still desperately need graphite, here's a schematic that produces it out from thin air. Not recommended. It's inefficient. Use it unless necessary. To wrap things up, this collection has a total of 19 schematics. Another one is inserted there, so you can enjoy 20 schematics, when you download my collection. The link is in the description. To know how you can download and open my schematics, watch this. Or proceed to the next item in the showcase.